Super Bowl is this Sunday, and part of the fun of watching the big game is eating all that food, but most of it, unfortunately, not very healthy. And overindulging in the classics, wings, beer, all that other food, end up being uncomfortable or even painful. Joining us now is Dr. Philip Woodworth from Skyridge Medical Center. He is a heartburn and acid reflux specialist. Thanks for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Dominic.
All right, we don't want to be like a buzzkill, but a lot of us tend to overindulge. So what are some of the symptoms that people need to watch out for?
Well, it's a big game, and people are going to have big appetites, and they're going to tend to overeat. But the main symptom that people associate with heartburn is an actual burning sensation that they'll experience behind their breastbone or up into their throat at times. A less common symptom somebody may have would be a pressure or a sharp pain that may sit there. People describe things differently, but those are what we will typically hear patients describe to us.
So I'm curious, do you actually see a lot of people for reflux, heartburn after big events like this, holidays, that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's always a big holiday here in Denver, so we're always seeing folks. Between 30 and 60 million Americans are taking a medication to try to control their heartburn symptom every week. So the holidays, of course, are the big risk factors when you get out there. And just like your introduction there, when you're eating the hot wings, you're eating the chili, the beer, the chocolates, the cookies, everything can kind of go in there to help stimulate this acid process and give you those symptoms that are so uncomfortable.
You mentioned a few foods there just a minute ago. What are some of the key foods people need to watch out for? Make sure they just, indulge in moderately.
Right. So anything with a high fat content or you would consider greasy is something that's going to cause the lower aspect of your esophagus to relax and let that stomach acid leak back up into your esophagus. And unfortunately, things like caffeine and alcohol also have that same effect. So if you're going to go out there and partake in a good party, just do so in moderation. Pay attention to the game and try to make sure that you're not having a few too many.
So really severe heartburn occasionally could be mistaken for maybe a heart attack. How do you tell the difference?
So don't be your own doctor, number one. If you think you're having a heart attack, please call 911, seek medical attention right away. But you're absolutely right. Many times we'll get referrals from the emergency room for people that are having symptoms that they may consider to be a heart attack, only to find out that it's bad reflux. Again, that deep substernal chest pain that you feel. What simple tests that you can try: take a simple antacid or drink a little glass of milk. If you notice immediate symptom relief, you may be suffering from heartburn rather than one of these other issues. But it's, again, anything that makes you think you're having a heart attack, the Eagles are losing, the Chiefs are losing, you're losing it, call 911.
Okay, so the key I get is a little self-control can go a long way. So, all right. Well, Doctor, thanks so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right. And don't forget, you can always find our health interviews right now on cbscolorado.com.